Another veteran has been called to the high command and has gone to report to the commander of us all. Will you please rise and uncover?
Let us pray. Eternal God, Supreme Commander of us all, Lord of far-flung battle line, to whom the ranks of life report, we bow before you with reverent hearts and in sublime faith, knowing you lead us in death as you have in life. For again, you have ordered a veteran to the realm of in the west, beyond the twilight and the evening star, where beauty and valor and goodness dwell forever with the unnumbered multitude. Mindful of service, nobly done, you have called Anthony to everlasting rest. You have sealed his lips with the faded blossoms of springtime, with the withered leaves of autumn. You have called out our comrade to eternal peace, to the land of your silent mystery.
Cover. This moment is sacred with the almost visible presence of the one who has gone before. We can honor in memory of one who offered his life in service for God and country, one who is now enrolled in that great Spirit Army, whose footfalls cause no sound. But in our memory, their souls go marching on. Proudly we remember their service in time of war. Because of them, our lives are free, and because of them, our nation lives. Because of them, the world is blessed. May the ceremonies of today deepen our reverence for our honored comrade and friend. Let us not enshroud their memory with thoughts of sorrow. Tears or words of sympathy cannot bring back the comfort of those loving hands or the music of voices stilled. The solemn pride of that service is theirs, and for the living to remember. So, legionnaires and friends, let us here pledge ourselves anew to united service, to consecrate and sanctify our comradeship by our devotion to mutual helpfulness and the protection of those left behind. We realize how futile are mere words to express our deep and abiding sympathy in your loss. May you feel it, our comrade is at rest and in endless peace. Generation after generation, all the shadowy peoples of the past have lived as we lived, perplexed and mystified by death. They have gone into the great beyond with hearts filled with wistful longing, as all must go. Surely there is an afterlife for all who have been loyal and true, a life to which light and peace shall come, where the burden shall be lifted and the heartache shall cease, where the love, the hope, and the fulfillment that escape us here shall be given to us to be ours forever. Is that anything you want to do with?
All right, that kind of does take care of the service of the between the Legion and the VFW. You may be seated. This is not a prayer anymore. It's wound up over here. It's not a prayer. Anyway, my name is Bill Early. I'm the post commander here at the Antioch VFW. This makes about, I don't know, 6-7 times and everything. And here in this case here, I get called with it every day on some kind of help. I wish I would have known him. He could have been a member here. He could have been a member of the Legion. It sounds like, I don't know, was he at the VA? Did he get help at the VA any or not?
Yeah.
I know. I just, about 3 weeks ago, I got 100%. I'm a Vietnam vet. I was there 63, 64. Didn't get a scratch on me, but now Agent Orange is starting at the bottom, eating me up. So anyway, I get calls here. People stop in to help. And I just wish we could have known him. We could have had him a member here. He could come. He's living right here in Antioch. I'd never heard of his name before. There's a lot of people. And there's a lot of people here. World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and current wars. Do we live here? We don't know. They qualify for the VFW and the American Legion. And so, it sounds like a typical Vietnam vet. We do a lot of monkey business. And I've come to the conclusion after over 50 years being there, it's how we hide things, to be truthful. Even though we go over there to PTSD just yesterday, our post here, we pay for, VA, they take and bus them up to the Golden Corral in Kenosha. Yesterday's day was Building 7, which is PTSD people. And sometimes I tell them, you guys from here go, don't be alarmed. They're from the current war. We have them from World War II there, male and female. So it just isn't currently. It's been around a long time. So like I said, I just wish I could have been here, held his hand, been with him, talked. My office is here in the back. That's where we always yakety-yak on people just swing by and things like that. So if any of you there want to stop and talk, whatever. We had a guy that was the best golfer around. I can't remember his name here, from in Antioch. When they cremated him, they spread him over his ashes because he was state championship golfer, but he played right up here at the corner of C and 83.
Spring Valley.
Spring Valley, that's right. So every year he comes out here, the family does, and we go up there and they go back to the, what is it, 5th green, I believe it is where they spread his ashes at. And all that, so it's something, you run into every day. But what bothers me is when somebody lived here in town all these years, other veterans didn't get to know. There's a need, there's a place, just like these young veterans right here. We don't know, we see them tonight. But wherever they're at, we hope they're with somebody. That's old geezers. Will help relieve. Our time has passed and done. All we can do is try to help.
With his MS, he had a real hard time getting around because he didn't have a vehicle. He had to depend on people to take him places, and it was really beginning to deteriorate him. But for the most part, I mean, he kept himself busy,
It sounded like he was real active.
Yeah, just in his own little world, in his own little household. I mean, this is Jim Harris. This is his landlord for the last 5-6 years, and he had a 2-bedroom place. And my brother, I mean, his garage was like his little haven wherever he lived. He always had a garage, workbench, tools. Well, Jim's house has a 2-bedroom, so one of his rooms was a bedroom, and the other one he made into his little workshop. He built tables. His tools were so organized, they were on slats like this, every screwdriver, every hanger, everything in perfect order. And anything he wanted to build, bookcases, I think he built a stoop outside of the apartment because it was a little bit too high for him to lift his leg to get up. So he built like a little stoop to make the stair step a little bit shorter. And yeah, like the girl said, he was a handyman. And, if he could make it, he would do it. And so, yeah, with that, he kept himself busy. And, Jim or myself or one of the girls, we all had our Walmart stints. Every time we come over, hey, can you guys run me to Walmart? And I said, if we do anything, I think we all need to go through the Walmart parking lot with a flag on our car, because we all had our time. You have no idea how we sat in our car for at least 45 minutes or better, because Uncle would get in there and have to go up and down every aisle and, shop the values and whatever. But I said, it was him, and God love him. He did the best with what he had. And I wish he could have got to know you guys, because he would have loved it. He would have loved to come up and talk to you guys about Vietnam and about the things that you guys went through, and I'm sure it was much more than what we ever knew about.
True.
And somebody, a couple of people that I talked to who were Vietnam veterans said, after I told them the story, and because I was so perplexed on how did this happen, like so quickly? I mean, like there was, and one of them said, you know what, I think your brother might not have been telling you everything. So very possibly his last visit to the VA hospital was a little more than even maybe what he could handle, so he didn't even share it with me. I know on his last CAT scan they said he had an enlarged aorta, and when he did tell me about that on the phone, he said, well, you know what that is, right? And I go, well, yeah, the aorta, it's the main one to the heart. and he said, and he made it a point to tell me this, which really kind of, in modern terms, freaked me out. He said, well, you know, they told me that if that goes, you can't even call 911. There's like nothing, you know, it's just done. And so with that, I made about 2.5 hours worth of phone calls to the VA, to his cardiologist, his neurologist, to everybody I could tell you, to find out, I mean, how severe was this? And the cardiologist assured me that because I said, don't you think that open heart surgery would have, I mean, like, and then I thought maybe he wasn't a candidate because of the MS and all the meds and everything that he was on, you know? Because like you said with the Agent Orange, when my brother was diagnosed with